Power 96 Club Sessions. What up? It's Cato K. We are coming to you live from the exclusive Power Condo Party Ultra Music Festival going on right behind us or in front of us. And I'm joined by the one and only Kaskade. What is up, homie?
What's happening?
Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Welcome back to Miami Music Week. Let's talk a little bit about what you have lined up. I think you have an event tomorrow, Thursday.
That's right. Redo in the Wynwood district there. That's cool. I mean, I'm like, I want to throw a party in the coolest place possible. Wynwood. Let's try it out. So I've got that, and then Friday Ultra, of course, the main reason I'm down here, and then Saturday at Live.
Ultra. You're. I think you played before some guy named T.E.
I'm warming up for Tiesto.
I don't think you're gonna warm up though.
Yeah, there's no warming up at Ultra, right? Well, I don't know. Is he going to show up? I heard he's got a big old smashed noggin right now. I'm a little concerned about that guy.
Yeah. So you might have to just do a double set.
2 hours at Ultra? Marathon. Could you imagine? I'm all about it. Bring it. That is a marathon. In the Ultra world, 2 hours is like unheard of. These kids would be like, what is going on?
Well, USA in the house. That's the way to close it out. USA. Let's talk about huge year for you. Let's talk about the album, Atmosphere.
Yeah. The album, the single, Atmosphere, came out last year, followed by a massive tour. I mean, here at the American Airlines Arena in Miami was unbelievable. You guys were the kickoff, the place where I started the whole thing. I don't know, it's just, this year's just following up last year. That's it.
The single, I'm a lot of people are curious, and a lot of people didn't even know when the record first dropped that your vocals, were you just in the studio and like, man, I don't have anybody? Were you singing in the shower one day? How did you decide to finally, because I've always thought you had a great sexy radio voice. When did you decide to use your own vocals on a record?
Thank you. Sexy radio voice. Hold on. Yes. I've sung the scratch track many times, and I've invited people to come in and sing the songs, and people would always be like, man, you should just leave your voice on it. And I'd be like, yeah, but you could do it better. And then when I wrote Atmosphere, I was like, man, this is my story, and it's something I've never done. Why don't I try singing it and see how it turns out? Let me just see what's up. Let me take a crack at it. I messed around with it and, played it for a few people, and I was like, yeah, all right. I think I'm just going to leave it like this instead of having somebody else sing it.
Right. Well, I think it suits you. It's like a Calvin Harris thing going on. I think you should do more of it.
Calvin blazed the trail. I'm kind of like, all right. Well, not that, and you can understand this. Now that electronic music is so huge, every time I have a singer come into the studio and they want this and they want that, before it was like, oh, man, I just want to sing. Yeah. Now it's like everybody's like, I got to have this, and I want feature, and I want this. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'll just sing the song myself, man. That's too much work, dude.
Yeah. Forget they want Cheez-Its and the whole spread. No.
A bottle of water? There's a sink over there. Lap it up. Come on, man.
Oh, last thing about the album, talk a little bit about Redux. Like, what is this are you remixing some of your work under the Redux title, or am I giving too much away? Or, I know that your event in Wynwood, there hasn't been too much about it. So talk a little bit about Redux.
Redux for me, I kind of launched the idea on the Freaks of Nature tour. I was doing these after parties. I was playing these freaking massive arenas, and I'd show up at some after club, 500, 600, 700 people, whatever. And I'm like, look, man, I'm not going to be playing these big, huge EDM hits. I want to freaking house it out. Like the real stuff, where I came from. Like, no messing around. It was a very selfish thing. And I thought, listen, when you play in a 500, 700 person room, 1,000 person room, and it's just vibey and the sound's cracking, there is nothing better. And I'm like, maybe some of these kids don't know that side of me because they just discovered this music in the last year or two, because there's been a lot of that going on. Or maybe some of the old fans, this is a place for them to reconnect with that sound. And so in those after shows, it went really well, and people were like, man, this is amazing. I've never heard you play like that. And I got all this great reaction. And I'm like, well, man, I mean, I make tons of deep music. It's just I don't get to play it at the I can't play deep stuff at Ultra. We're going to hop up there and play something at 118. Like people are like, what the heck is happening? Am I high? What's going on? I don't understand this.
Right.
So Anyway, for me, it's a creative outlet, something I love. It's always been there. It's part of my story. I did a 10-city tour last year, kind of celebrating and commemorating the 10-year anniversary of It's You, It's Me. And, yeah, I'm going to go back out in the spring and do, Redux again for well, it marks 10 years for In the Moment, which was Stepping Out, which you guys supported me way back when. That was kind of the first record that bubbled up here on the East Coast. So it's kind of a chance for me to play some of the originals and take it back and not really worry about the current flavor. Like, take away the LED screens, strip away all the stuff. Let's just get in a small, dark room, sweat it out, and I'll play some cool house music.
Hey, you hear that? Kaskade is still all about the house. Redux.
That's right.
Kaskade pop-up. Please explain this to me. Like, can I just expect to walk down Washington Ave and there's going to be like Kaskade gear like just on a street corner?
That's it. That's exactly it, dude. Right next to Five Guys.
Okay.
Get a burger, walk over, get a Kaskade t-shirt, maybe a nice beanie, a hat. We got you covered, man.
It. So be on the lookout. Do you have like a schedule where people can plan to find a Kaskade pop-up?
Yep. It's 413 15th Street. So there it is.
There you go. Get your Kaskade swag, the Kaskade pop-up shop. Last but not least, just, a lot of people just want to get to know you a little bit more. So I created for you, it's going to be hashtag Cato Kaskade on Twitter. Okay? You ready?
I'm ready.
What's your favorite Winter Olympic sport?
Snowboarding. Halfpipe.
Shaun White fan?
Yeah, I was, and then I saw that documentary about that kid, him and that other kid are competing. Yeah, I mean, I just love snowboarding. I think it's a fun sport. I love snowboarding myself, so, yeah.
From Utah, the mountains, yeah.
I went to school in Utah, and I loved it before I moved to Utah, but fell in love with it more when I was there.
For Power 96, a lot of Power 96 listeners like all kind of different music, including hip-hop. Who would you rather do a track with, Chris Brown, Future, or 2 Chainz?
I'm going to go with Future on that one.
Future! Wow, do you think you could do something with his vocals on one of your tracks?
I think anything's possible, man. It's 2014, right?
Exactly. And the last one here is you come to Miami quite a bit, a few times a year.
Yeah.
What do you love about Miami? What's your favorite thing? Is it the food? Do you get a chance to go jet skiing?
And no jet skiing this trip. I do love the food. I love the people. There's a freaking cool history here with the music, the passion, the Latin culture. It's amazing, man. I love this city. Flavor, the design, the look and feel of like South Beach is incredible, man. There's nothing like it. It's truly unique. I love Miami.
Kaskade loves Miami. Cato K, Power 96. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Kill it at Ultra tomorrow, Redux in Wynwood, and find yourself the Kaskade pop-up shop. Winter Music Conference, Miami Music Week, Power 96.